Oh boy, do we really gotta talk about Lloyd Austin, man? So Lloyd Austin made an appearance today, apparently, and he made some statements on Ukraine. Now people are already all over this video saying that his voice sounds different, the man looks way skinnier, and I got a couple of opinions myself, but watch the video and then we'll go through it.
He used to work hard to monitor and account for U.S. security assistance delivered to Ukraine. And we've seen no credible evidence of the misuse or illicit diversion of American equipment provided to Ukraine. But what we do see is Ukraine using the capabilities that we provided to defend itself against Russian aggression.
Right, now you heard it. Now there's a couple weird things about the video. And there's just weird things in general, for the simple fact he hasn't brought up Yemen or Hamas or, any of the wars that are currently going on. He only brought up Russia and Ukraine. And the only package he brings up is from December 27th. He don't mention that we ran out of money for Ukraine. And the man is healthy enough to go home and work, but he's not healthy enough to go to the Pentagon and make a statement and say, hey, I'm alive and okay. He pops up on a video. One of the highest paid officials and one of our most important men working from home on video. Now let's talk about his home that he's working from. We got bolts and stuff right here that signifies that he's probably in a bunker. You also got an alarm system. You got bolts on this side too, which either is the back of this or by a door. You have a Ukrainian flag, no Israeli flag or anything else. Now, the theory that I have is this is the video that he made before he died. If it's true that Lloyd Austin was taken out by a Russian missile, they will slowly let it out. And this seems like this was a video that was pre-recorded before he was taken out. Now, I could completely be wrong, and I hope that I am wrong, but it really is giving me that vibe. All right, anyways, we got an update from the British Army chief, and I guess it's been all over the British news today that they're telling their citizens if they end up in a war with Russia, they're going to have to be drafted. The public will be called up to fight if the UK goes to war because the military is too small. Whoa, our army is kind of short on troops too over here in America. Is we gonna be called up, to fight for our army too? If the UK is doing it, and I know they only got like 70,000 troops, but still, if we're short-handed and we get into a major war like Middle East, are we gonna get called up too? We have Slovakia coming out and saying that Russia's not even going serious in Ukraine and it's crazy to call it a war. Y'all remember on December 28th when NOTAM had put out that alert that there was high radioactive levels over by the Marshall Islands, telling air traffic and all that to avoid it, and people thought it was a nuclear test or a test of some kind of new weapon of the United States military? Well, right after that, there was something else that happened at the army base over there. Check this out.
Images, the massive waves slamming a U.S. military base, home to some of the Army's most sophisticated space tracking equipment. Look at the video tonight. Waves smashing through the doors of the U.S. Army base on the Marshall Islands in the West Pacific, crashing right through the windows there, knocking people off their feet. Here's Trevor All tonight.
Tonight, recovery efforts underway after this terrifying video capturing an extreme wave hitting a U.S. Army base in the Marshall Islands. The wave striking Roy Namor Island Saturday night, home to some of the U.S. Army's most sophisticated space tracking equipment. The force of the water plowing through the doors. Another wave rushing in, taking out the windows. Get out of here! Pitching everyone into darkness as the lights go out. The Army saying only a few minor injuries were sustained, but about 80 people were evacuated to the nearby Kwajalein Atoll. The Army now assessing the damage by air, finding massive damage to the island's infrastructure, multiple areas under standing water. The Marshall Islands is a nation of low-lying islands and atolls, halfway between Hawaii and Australia. It's considered the front lines of climate change as rising sea levels contribute to powerful waves and flooding. These images showing damage to the chapel and dining facility.
The same spot that they evacuated people to is the same spot they told planes not to go over because of the radiation that was detected there that could affect people. We're not the only ones with questions about Lloyd Austin. The press is also asking questions as well.
And we would ask him this ourselves, obviously, but why do you think he decided not to address the fact that he was at home or say anything about his health in his first public appearance since being released from the hospital?
Yeah, I appreciate the question. Again, it's his prerogative on any remarks that he gives to amend those in delivery. I will say I'm glad that everyone was able to watch his remarks.
about the impact of the Ukraine Defense Contact Group and the important work that it's doing to save lives from Russia's illegal and unprovoked aggression. So,
what do y'all think? Y'all think they're covering up that he's dead, or do y'all think he's going to come out and announce that he's alive and be okay, or y'all think he got cloned? Either way, this is a crazy story, man. It's been a crazy ride. This dude's been missing for a whole month, bro. Anyways, more news next.